It's the Hot Talk Morning Show with Dave Priest
He's not the kind you can depend on to do anything right.
and Liz Calloway.
Hey, I don't want no part of that wacky dame. I'm looking for that other screwball.
99.5 FM and worldwide at WRNN.net.
Hot Talk 99.5, the Hot Talk Morning Show with Dave Priest and Liz Calloway. Good morning, everybody. And just a reminder, we are going to be giving away some CCU baseball tickets versus Texas State. The home game is Saturday, March 24th, starting at 2 p.m. And, of course, you can also listen to it live here at WRNN Radio coming up. And those tickets we will be giving away within the next hour. So you want to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we have Dr. Rob Johnson, guest co-hosting with me this morning.
I know, it's great. 4 whole hours. I love
Could
it.
you imagine?
Are you here all day?
He
nice.
is.
Well,
He
yeah.
is. And that's Pat Taylor over there.
Hey.
Hey.
Rob Johnson is not only part of the Myrtle Beach Safari and the Tigers Preserve. We've talked to him many times about trips to Africa and Sumatra and all that stuff, and conservation efforts and what they do right here in Myrtle Beach as well. But you're also a professor at CCU.
I am. I'm a professor at CCU. I teach a course about apex predators, and this year we're doing a little, actually a pretty big conservation project. And I actually have 2 of my students here with us in the studio. We have Aiden Winterfeld and Jess Myers, and have these guys come talk to you a little bit about what the class is. You know, it's the class that we have is, as far as I know, there's no other university that offers it. So
Now,
very interesting.
You created this class as part of which one of their programs?
It's in the biology and environmental science.
Are you a prerequisite yet?
Am I a prerequisite? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's pretty cool. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So tell us first, I guess, tell us more about what this fundraising event is for. What you're doing.
Well, we'll tell you, Jess. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the class, so we kind of get a background of why we're even doing this project.
Yeah, so in the class, we're learning about various different apex predators, kind of as the name entails. But within that, we learn about, tigers, lions, alligators, sharks, all the different apex predators. But we also learn how they're affected by humans and the issues that we can cause on them and their populations. And through that, that's kind of what inspired us to actually go out and do something versus just learning about how the populations are being affected.
So what are some of the things that you've learned, Aiden, that people can do to help or maybe stop what's happening to these magnificent creatures?
Well, there's obviously a variety of things that we can do, just starting with little things, reusing some things that you have, reducing the amount of waste you produce.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we are kind of fundraising, raising money to go to a good cause. It could be just as little as sharing something on Facebook, raising awareness.
All right. And speaking of Facebook, I'm going to put the site for the GoFundMe, fundraiser right on our Facebook page so people can find it easily. So you can go there and check it out. But what is the main concept of raising this money? What are you going to do with this?
So, go ahead.
So right now we are raising money for the Soria Research Station in Sumatra. In 1976, I believe, there was a civil war. 2001, the old research station was actually burnt down to the foundation. The Rare Species Fund in 2016 began rebuilding the station. So for about 15 years or so, there was no one in the area just kind of regulating or just kind of protecting the area.
The animals are being poached, so.
Yeah, animals are being poached. There are a bunch of local farmers there. A lot of them are growing palm oil. So palm oil is a non-native species to Sumatra, and just clear-cutting all of the forest and planting one type of crop is not really good for the ecosystem as a whole.
So Robert, I know that this is something that you've been your whole life basically is dedicated to this type of effort.
Literally.
What kind of advancements have you seen? I mean, are we able to even make a difference here? Like, what have you seen?
We are making a difference, and that's one of the reasons that we're really excited about this project. Is that it's allowing students, instead of just theoretically talking about what we're doing, to take an active role. So as Aiden was talking about, there are some small farms that are growing palm oil, which is a non-native plant. And having done that, they're reducing the habitats for tigers and orangutans. The only place in the world where there's tigers, orangutans, rhinos, elephants, and bears all living in the same forest. Mm-hmm. So the money that we are raising for this project is going to buy these very key little private farms that are bordering the national forest right on the river there, and cutting down those palm trees and replanting native vegetation. So the money is actually purchasing that land and putting it in a trust so it will become permanent wildlife habitat. So it's kind of exciting that, if someone donates $5 or $20 or whatever it is, that in the next couple months we will get the GPS coordinates of the place that we're saving, and that over the years you'll be able to go on Google Earth and see how that little piece of land that you helped sponsor is turning back into a habitat where
forever.
Now
right?
There's monkeys and birds, and it's permanently protected.
Yeah.
So.
Do either of you ever plan on visiting these areas? I mean, through this class, have you just been piqued with interest of what it's like to really be down on the ground in these areas?
I think absolutely. I would love to see as much of the world as I can.
Mm-hmm.
That could just be either from a travel standpoint, but this class, like Dr. Johnson was saying, I haven't really been given many opportunities to step out and do something of this scale, something that I can see a direct effect for. So just to go out and see this area specifically, I think would be just absolutely amazing. Like, it would be, I don't want to say satisfying because it almost sounds a little selfish. Like, I want to see what we did. But,
right, exactly.
I think it would just be amazing.
To have an impact means
Absolutely,
a lot.
Yeah.
Now, Jess, recently you've been to visit the Myrtle Beach Safari and have up-close encounters with many animals, especially tigers and orangutans. Has your passion for this type of fundraising effort and conservation effort been changed at all? Like, what has happened since you've been able to really get up close and personal?
So, I mean, personally, I've been an animal lover since the day I could talk, walk, look at anything. I've always loved animals. And, that's always been a driving passion. I've always wanted to do something in conservation somehow, somewhere. Not really sure how it would apply, but going to the Tigers Preserve was a really interesting experience because I never thought I'd see a tiger, let alone pet one, in my lap beyond a piece of glass kind of thing. I definitely feel that experiences like that change your perception and help you care even more from wherever you stood as like a caring point. So it definitely helped increase the care I already had for them, and anyone who can experience will benefit from that.
So right now, the goal to raise for you on this GoFundMe account is $1,500. You're at $1,360.
Yeah, we're pretty close already.
Wow.
So. But we have established this as a minimum, which we'd like to reach, which would be fantastic. So, $1,500 pays
how many,
for
how many acres?
1 hectare, which is 2.47 acres. So you're talking about $600 per acre to permanently protect the land, which obviously that's a lot of hard-earned money, but there's very little, I think, in this world that you're going to buy that's going to have that much of an effect. And if anyone, I know people hear this all the time, and the people are always soliciting money. So I understand that people get very immune to this kind of thing. But if anyone's interested in even just a small, remote way, that if you can donate $1, any amount,
but
and share it. $20
gets you
a
really cool commemorative lapel pin.
Right.
Tell us about that.
So the Soroya Station, again, which we rebuilt in 2016 to kind of house all of the anti-poaching rangers. It's where the researchers go. We created a lapel pin to commemorate that. So anyone who sends us $20 through GoFundMe, we will send you one of those commemorative pins, and one of the students from the class will write you a personal thank you letter and show you that we really do appreciate all the support that we get. So everyone's been generous so far.
And if you can't afford to donate, go onto our Facebook page anyway and share it.
Just share it.
Because you never
absolutely.
know who in your Facebook friends list would be interested in doing something. Anything is possible. So tell us more about what you plan to do in your future. What degrees are you going for? Aiden, what year are you in?
This is my 4th year right now. Unfortunately, it will not be my last.
Are you on the 5-year plan?
He's a 5-year plan. Yeah.
5-year plan right now.
What is your major?
I'm a biology major, but really the big question, what to do afterwards. I think before this class, I think I would have shunned away from something with education or even just conservation education. Just kind of seeing the impact it has and the different ways. Like we were talking about earlier, we went to Myrtle Beach Safari, and what they were doing is they were educating in a different way. So it kind of opened my eyes to the possibilities that it's not all just going to be classroom lectures. Sorry, Dr. Johnson. But I want to do something that will, I want to impact somebody in the way that I've been impacted. I want to do something to change the world for the better and hopefully inspire others to do the same.
Wow, there's hope for our youth yet. I like it.
It's fantastic. And, a lot of this project is not only just to raise the money.
Right.
It's to give these guys real world experience of this is what it takes.
Yeah.
The fact that they're in the studio right now and talking about this project. I think
7 o'clock in the morning.
I know
for
college students, they might not have even gone to bed last night. I don't know. They probably just stayed up.
Jess, what year are you in?
So I'm a junior. I'm working on my marine science degree right now. So Apex Predator does not count towards my major, but it was a cool enough class that I just had to take it.
I heard. Is there a waiting list?
Yes, it fills up really fast.
Yeah. I think it's probably already filled for next year.
That's awesome.
And it happens one class per year. So.
Okay. All right. So, Jess, what do you plan on doing after you graduate?
So I don't have any big plans yet. I might go to grad school. I might not. It depends on what job opportunities come out. But like I was saying earlier, my interest had always been in sharks. And so I was working with a professor at Coastal. His name is Dr. Abel.
Yes, we know Dr. Abel.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. I go out on the boat with him. I'll help catch and tag sharks, and that's been an experience. But lately I've been doing my honors thesis on plastic pollution, and that's kind of turned my, destination.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
see
really
that
sure.
sea of plastic out there?
It's crazy.
Infuriating. I know. Well, I just wanted to thank you all and thank you for what you're doing for these magnificent creatures. And again, if you want to go ahead and help the students of the CCU Apex Predator class and Dr. Robert Johnson raise money for these tigers and orangutans, I did put that GoFundMe link on our Facebook page. Go there, look at the beautiful pictures, share it, and if you can, donate any amount. And we hope to help you raise more than $1,500. You're almost there, so we're really excited.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
We're hoping the community will help us with that last little bit right there. So,
all right, thank you.
And
Thanks
Liz,
so
I
much.
just wanted to
Aiden
add,
and Jess,
I've remained, I was listening intently to what they were talking about, and I'm hoping they don't know this. But the degenerate that I am, every time that I hear the word Apex Predator, I'm thinking of Randy Orton on WWE Wrestling, because that's what he calls, he's self-glossed himself. Please tell me you three didn't know that.
No.
I was
4.
aware of it, but that's so
See,
far from.
I'm so disappointed. I was holding all three of you to such lofty heights to the degenerate that I am.
I was wondering why Pat was so quiet throughout this entire thing.
because
I
I
was
kept-
concerned that
He was
kept thinking,
Googling.
every time they say Apex Predator, I'm thinking of Randy Orton. Like, you have to Google it now. The image
Yes,
of
we're
him,
gonna have to.
and he jumps on the mat and he crawls. It's just, I am such a degenerate.
that's why he was flexing back there. I was
Yeah,
wondering why.
exactly.
He was,
I'm really
Picturing
sorry.
it.
That's
Started
why I waited.
Twerking and ended with
See,
flexing.
that's why I waited till this was over to interject. See, that was why.
All right, speaking of CCU, I want to give away a family 4-pack of tickets right now to my 10th caller, 843.